Hello everybody. In this video we will try to talk about Rohini Nakshatra. Rohini is the seed of moon's energy because its planetary ruler is moon. If you observe Rohini Nakshatra, it is completely lying in Taurus. 10 degrees of Taurus to 23 degree 20 minutes of Taurus. So basically it is a seed of lunar energy, people say, because it is a moon's nakshatra. Not only that, it is represented by a single beautiful star. Every nakshatra consists of some group of stars. If you observe Ashwini, it has 2 nakshatras. If you observe Kritika, it has 7 nakshatras. So 7 stars basically, sorry. So Ashwini Nakshatra has 2 stars and Kritika Nakshatra has 7 stars. So basically every Nakshatra is a group of stars. So Rohini is also like that, but it is only a single star and its visual magnitude is 0.99. So what is this visual magnitude, you may think? Visual magnitude is inversely proportional to the brightness. If visual magnitude is higher, the brightness is lower. So they have inverse relationship. Okay. So if the visual magnitude is lower, yes, the brightness is higher. So visual magnitude is 0.99, so it is a bit lower only, so it has a very good brightness. Basically the single star representing the Rohini Nakshatra is a beautiful, very bright, pale rose star. And our ancient rishis, ancient Vedic seeds, considered this particular nakshatra as abode of Brahma, abode of Prajapatis. If you observe Rohini, the meaning of Rohini in Sanskrit, it means reddish one, the growing one. So basically, it has a lot of feminine energy and it has a femininity, it has the beauty and the femininity of celestial woman. So the color red here indicates a kind of passion, a liveliness, warmth. It's a beautiful nakshatra basically, right? Generally, if a person is very much influenced by Rohini nakshatra, he or she looks very, very beautiful, right? So when you talk about Rohini, you talk about beauty. You talk about movie industry. You talk about fashion world. So in ancient cultures, the red color, it was seen as the color of abundance and prosperity and reveals some of the essential characteristics of this particular nakshatra. So abundance and prosperity are also associated with Rohini. It has some alternative names like Vidhi, Viranchi. Viranchi is nothing but Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma is actually the creator. And Rohini's main symbol, if you observe, it is an ox cart pulled by 2 oxen. So oxen have been used as fertility symbols in ancient cultures. So Rohini is associated with fertility as well. So basically, even Taurus is basically represented by a bull or a cow, right? So in countries like India, where you can see a lot of Vedic civilization existed, an ox cart was one of the only ways to transport various earth produces like crops over large distances, in ancient times especially. So they serve the same function which trucks serve in the present day and age. Even if you go to some of the remote villages in India, they're still using They're still using, uh, ox cart to transport crops. And just as the ox cart carries the harvested and ready to use products, Rohini is supposed to be the carrier of all the fruits of creation. So you can see it is related to transport also. And its relationship with the ox cart also suggests it has a lot of relationship with agriculture, cattle, and all other activities involving material products. So the carrier aspect of the ox cart relates Rohini to all kinds of conveyances, any kind of transport, any kind of travel. You can relate Rohini to that ox cart, to that transportation, to that conveyance. So, an ox cart is a very earthly symbol, and as a matter of fact, Rohini is the most materialistic amongst the nakshatras, if you observe. And in ancient times, ox carts were the wheels of commerce. So, in the present day and age, Rohini relates to all kinds of commerce and financial dealings also. And after all, Taurus is a natural second house representing the resources, the financial resources, all kinds of commerce related things. So, all the qualities normally associated with oxen, like steadiness, fixity, and ability to romp over anything which comes in its way, find expression through Rohini. You can clearly observe. So, as a result of the ox cart symbolism, you can see Rohini relates to the development of agriculture and therefore civilization also. Because civilization improves based on the development of agriculture. So, all the qualities normally ascribed to the sign Taurus, such as you can see Taurus is an earthy sign, so there is an earthiness associated with Taurus. So, all the qualities that are related to Taurus, like earthiness, fixity, stability, creativity, productivity, and material security, and refinement, accumulating, luxury loving, and kind of indulgence, idealism in love, beauty, and relationships. These are all very, very beautiful things, are basically associated with Rohini. So, Rohini has a lot of materialism, a lot of beauty, finances, uh, materialism, agricultural products, all these things associated with Rohini. It's related to beauty. And Brahma, the creator among the governing trinity of the universe, is the main presiding deity of this particular nakshatra, Rohini. So there are only three nakshatras which have one of the trinity as its main presiding deity, right? So you can see this is a lot regarding the importance of this nakshatra, especially in regards to the affairs of our earth, because it is related to the creator, right? So there are a lot of stories connecting Brahma to this nakshatra. So the main story is something like in Vedic times, before even before that, so earlier point of time in the history of the universe, when Brahma, the creator, after creating a daughter named Rohini, fell in love with her. And from the Vedic point of view, every constellation, every nakshatra is seen as a feminine goddess entity. And Rohini has extraordinary charm, extraordinary magnetism. And even you can see Moon, whose duty is to spend only a certain amount of time with each of the nakshatras in his monthly travel through the zodiac. But at one point, Moon refused to leave Rohini's abode. He wanted to stay with Rohini forever, kind of, story you might have heard. So it is very, very, beautiful nakshatra. You can say the beauty and the resourceful nature is very, very great in this particular um, nakshatra. But of course, uh, Shiva basically stopped Moon to stay in Rohini forever. Uh, it's not Shiva, of course. Shiva stopped actually Brahma. Brahma fell in love with Rohini, and Shiva stopped that kind of nature. And the main thing I want to tell you is Rohini is beautiful. Rohini is very, very uh, pleasing. And just as money in the present day world spins people around, Rohini makes people and even gods chase after it in every which way possible. So when a person has Rohini energy, more Rohini energy, you need to check other placements, because in the present day and age, that much of beauty, you know, um, people may use it for bad things also, right? So Rohini relates to the wish fulfilling creative aspect of the nature, and it is a kind of it has lot of materialism, a lot of beauty, lot of prosperity. The prosperity of Rohini is associated with Ma Lakshmi, the spouse of Vishnu. So due to its association with Brahma, it has the ability to create anything which constitutes prosperity and abundance on any plane of existence. So Rohini is resource. What Brahma does, basically, the creator, he creates, right, all the time. And the same is the case in Rohini, is that unlimited creation happens. Lot of materialism, lot of resources, lot of financial resources. Of course, if a person has just Moon in Rohini, it doesn't mean he is going to be, rich all the time, because Moon indicates your mind, right? But you need to check the second house in your horoscope, and also the 11th house, the house of gains, and also the ninth house, which is the house of luck. But Rohini energy is good to have, but you need to check the whole horoscope to make comment on the richness of the native. So its services are much in demand in all the lokas, the driving things, the materialistic things, right? It's an abode of prosperity, basically. That's what I want to tell. So Rohini is very, very important aspect of Maya also. Maya is what makes the life worth living. Maya is what this particular game of life happening. You want to play this game of life because of Maya. So Rohini is Maya. Rohini is Maya. Rohini is materialism. Rohini is civilization, crops, agriculture, the food products, the resources. That is all Rohini, the earthly thing. So Rohini is actually the signal. It signals agriculture and of course the civilization. So it is a very, very productive nakshatra which supports all types of growth. So the growing of plants, when we put seeds into the earth, it's the growth. You can observe that growth is basically Rohini. So Rohini relates to the production of all types of amenities required for civilized living. When working through its higher plane, Rohini is only interested in use of products derived directly from nature. Rohini people are generally, they talk about environment, they love environment, they love nature. They want to use products directly derived from the nature. But of course, if other placements are not good or any malefic planet is sitting in Rohini, then or there is any malefic aspect on the planet sitting in Rohini, then of course they indulges in all types of chemical, synthetic and man-made products. If some malefic effect is on Rohini. But the evolved Rohini types they are the true environmentalists. They are the conservationalists because it's a fixity with a bull or ox or cow. You can see a certain amount of fixity. They are conservative basically. If you see lesser evolved ones, they promote, of course, all unwholesome products, all bad products also, like synthetic and the products harming environment. Like you can see present day cosmetic industry, spoiling environment, and still, um, you know, some people love it. If, of course, they're all not Rohini malefic types, the malefic Rohini types, but yes, if in the lowest level, it's not evolved. When it is not evolved, as per Vedic astrology, then people use this kind of cosmetic products also. But Rohini is beauty. When I say beauty, the rose, pale rose color, all these things, people just imagine all kinds of present day cosmetic products. That's not Rohini. The evolved Rohini always loves environmental, natural products for beauty. But the less evolved Rohini types, of course, they love the cosmetic products. So Rohini natives usually have large, clear, and expressive eyes. They have very, very good feminine structure. Uh, they are very, very stable, earthly, and well balanced. That is Rohini energy, just like a cow, ox. So they are very, very, sexual also. So the only bad thing is a kind of stubbornness because they are a bit fixed, right? Taurus is a fixed earthy sign. So there comes a kind of stubbornness, and they have some kind of calm exteriors. They can be very expressive with their voice, basically, with their voice and gestures, beautiful gestures. They can act well whenever necessary. They are smooth talkers and have gentle, seductive mannerisms. They have seductive mannerisms. They are beautiful. So they seek attention because beauty seeks attention. They seek attention, and more often than not, of course, they get it because they are beautiful. They're extremely popular within their social circle because of their charisma, because of their beauty, because of their charming. So they often use their charm and social ease for manipulating situations to suit their own ends. But see, this is obviously a good thing if their personal ends are in line with the universal ends and if their personal ends are very good. But when this is not the case, you just imagine they can be the most self-serving people of all, right? Um, they use that charisma, that kind of popularity, they use for personal benefit, um, right? So it's very easy for them to gain the trust of others. And in the present day and age, this is often used to derive some sort of material benefit. So they are both sexually very good, and also they are indulgent. They're ready for that. So on the whole, you can see they have simplistic personalities. So this makes them appear dull and boring to those natives who are ruled by some kind of complex nakshatras, because they are very, very simplistic personalities, and but they love the nature, they love the beauty, they are beautiful, they use the charisma, and so the Rohini's world is this one only, right? The beauty. So it's not about you know intelligence, it's not about a lot of spirituality, it's not about all that. Some complex nakshatras, they seek a lot of uh, they seek a lot of knowledge, they seek a lot of intelligence. So for them, if they talk to Rohini, they may not be interested. They may feel Rohini as boring, because Rohini is only beauty. Rohini is um, the resources, the financial resources. It's not about the knowledge, intelligence, or some kind of logical thinking. It's not about all that. It's about the beauty. It's about sexuality. It's about charisma. It's about social circle, right? So in Kali Yuga, if you observe, they often turn out to be the plain materialists, pretty plain materialists, sensualists. So Rohini natives are always very concerned about being constructively productive in one way or the other. And if you observe, they want to be of use to their home, community, or the world in general, depending upon their level of soul functioning. So the essential fertile nature of Rohini helps them achieve their goals without much hurdles, without much fuss, you can say. So they are lucky, the lucky types, happy types, enjoying types, very kind of, it's not about, you know, this nakshatra is not at all about knowledge seeking or intelligence, or it's not about spirituality and all that. It's about the materialism, it's about the beauty, it's about sexuality, it's about social circle and charisma. It's about creating, continuously creating, and givingness are also kind of fertile. It's able to do. It's not about so giving. I am not telling giving for them only. Actually, that kind of production ability they have. That's what I want to tell. It's not that I'm not telling they are not self-centered. They can be self-centered at a lot if other planetary positions are bad, or some affliction happens to Rohini. But I'm not telling they are very generous. I'm not at all telling. Even if some positive planet is sitting in Rohini, I'm not telling they are generous. It's about financial resources, materialism. So Rohini always facilitates the materialization of one's thoughts and desires. So this ability to give expression to feelings and thoughts makes it this particular nakshatra as artistic. It's very very artistic. So Rohini is a true pattern of the arts. So any level of artistic sensibilities at any given point of time, among the collective or collective levels, or any kind of level you give, any level, they are artistic, they are beautiful, they are artistic. So these days, when the standards in arts have declined to really kind of abominable, some kind of a kind of minimal levels, right? You can just imagine the kind of standards in the arts present day and age, right? So one can see that Rohini is working through its lower, baser expression in the majority of the population, right? So the way Rohini's energy is being utilized in the present day and age in the arts, standards are a bit lower. But still, if somebody has a very very good Rohini, they would be working their own, in their own arts and standards. They are maintaining their own standards, and they may not be very much prominent in the current movie industry or something, right? They would be working on their own because they have a separate artistic, a very great artistic ability. So Rohini natives have a if you observe, they have a tremendous fixity. It's fixed, basically. They're fixed. Fixity of purpose, and uh, until it is done, right? So they have that fixity because Taurus is earthy sign, fixed. They usually have strong family values, tend to support those within their close circle also. So it is not possible for those outside their inner circle to hold their attention for long, as they are very quick to spot weakness in others. So they are only very much limited to, they're very much interested in the family values, and they support their own family members, their own people in their circle. It's not for everybody, right? So they are naturally fixed. They like to quickly fit to people when it comes to social and communal interactions. Of course, uh, they are fixed to their family values, families, within the family circle, and also close circle. That is fine, but at the same time, they're okay, well social, also, uh, in seeing, in having some communal interactions and all. So when working through their lower natures, Rohini natives are cool, and they're a kind of opportunists who have the intelligence, enough intelligence. It's not intelligence. I should say it's a kind of knack, right? Knack for extracting favors and financial support from others, right? So you can imagine, when Rohini is working in the lower levels, they use their beauty and right, the beautiful, seductive nature to get the benefit when Rohini is working in the lowest level. So Rohini natives are usually, they're very fixed, they're conservative, but at the same time are open to some kind of new influences, of course, but that is for their personal benefit, or there is any benefit. They are sensual, they are sexual, right? So they like new interactions, but they love to be fixed. So conservative, basically, that is conservative, fixed. That is the perfect word. Those are perfect words for Rohini. So, and also they want to maintain a very good body, right? That is also a kind of conservativeness, fixedness. So Rohini is very strongly related to the life force within us. So most natives with a prominent Rohini are usually very careful about their health and live up to uh, very old age also, because they try to maintain their body a lot. So in anger, uh, in most of the Rohinis, you can observe they want to live a long life. They try to work on that for sure. So if Rohini has some affliction or something, they have fear of death, and they dislike the aging process. They're fixed, basically. They want that beauty forever. So Rohini's energy is create. That's the energy of Rohini. So natives with Rohini connected to the fifth house have a lot of children generally. Rohini is about creation. So if somebody has fifth house connected to Rohini, then they want more children. So common English words like robust, romantic, rosy, these are all, you know, connected to Rohini. So these are all about Rohini only, these words, robust, romantic, and rosy. So in the matter of enjoyment, Rohini is like that. So Rohini is one of the most enjoyment oriented nakshatras, if you say. So it believes in making the most of the good things in life. It's a beautiful uh, thing. It's a pure feminine energy. So Rohini has Rohana Shakti, the power to make things growing, creating, growing, right? Even creation is also a kind of growing. So if you see, water, and in water, if you see plants, they continuously grow, right, because of that water. So that is Rohini's energy, because the plants continuously get that water resource and they grow a lot. So that is Rohini process. It's a fertility aspect of the nature is Rohini basically. Rohini is a force which makes possible the materialism of any kind of level, right? Rohini is beautiful, materialistic, growing, creating. So that is about Rohini. We'll talk more about Rohini in our upcoming video. Thanks for watching this video.